This isn't the first time that BioLab has impacted people in Rockdale. The plant's been a fixture off of I-20 since 1973.
And there have been several times over the years that trouble at the site has shut down the highway. The Fox 5 team's Dana Fowle has been digging into its history. And Dana, one thing for us to be talking about any environmental impacts here, but just the sheer impact of the number of people with day-to-day life is significant.
Shutting down I-20 is not insignificant stuff. And BioLab's been the culprit of stopping traffic many times over the years. The Fox 5 team found government records that go back 2 decades, highlighting the same story: plumes of smoke and evacuations. Gray puffy smoke rolled out of the old Covington Highway pool supply plant Sunday across Rockdale County and over Interstate 20. For several counties, people were urged to stay inside because the BioLab plant was emitting a chemical plume. The Environmental Protection Agency has been acquainted with these sometimes toxic fumes from BioLab Inc. These records show going back to 2004. 20 years ago, 500 people from Rockdale County were evacuated, the effects stretching 50 miles away. I-20 was shut down for several hours, and the firefighters' water runoff created a chemical stew that ran into a neighboring lake. The EPA said it caused a sizable fish kill. Less than a decade later, OSHA documented a case where workers were exposed to high levels of chlorine. Fast forward to 2016, the Georgia Environmental Protection Division noted a swimming pool chemical improperly stored. It began smoking. But here's one you may still remember from September 2020, a 6-hour highway shutdown. Nearby businesses were closed up when those gray plumes billowed out of the BioLab facility. A report by the Chemical Safety Board said firefighters were exposed to dangerous fumes and were sent to the hospital. The notes show about $1 million in property damage. You know, BioLab also has a plant in Louisiana that had a notable issue after Hurricane Laura in August 2020. The U.S. Chemical Safety Board called the event there a toxic gas release coupled with a chemical fire. And then it was just a couple weeks later in 2020 that we had an event as well.
You just got to imagine how, or at least you hope, that these companies that put out these kinds of noxious fumes are heavily regulated by state and local officials.
And they are. They are heavily regulated. Absolutely.
All right. Dana, thanks.